Welcome on Two Wheels again. We're back in the bike shed. Still working on the Kawasaki KZ650. Done a little work on the rear. Got new brake shoes on it. Got all the carburetors assembled. It's time to put the rack together. Got the new fittings in. Got some new billet fittings to replace these original Kawasaki fittings that are old and dried and cracked. So we got everything ready to go. Okay, before we put the carbs on the rack, I want to go ahead and connect this vacuum hose on number 2 because it's a lot easier now than later. We've got a little bowl vent connector, goes between 1 and 2, and another one between 3 and 4. Put those in place. We got our fuel connectors. I'm going to put these in between 1 and 2. And I've got a T between 2 and 3. This is where the fuel comes in. And another connector between 3 and 4. Alright, I'm going to set these on the rack. Got to get our pulley segment in place before we do this because I can't get it in there once the number 3 carb is bolted down. There you go. Alright. I'm going to get these screws started, but we're not going to torque them down quite yet. Okay, now I'm going to get the throttle shaft in. This has to go through all 4 of the slide arms, the brackets on the rack, and the pulley segment. Okay, I got to line this up and get all of the bolts in. One bolt for each slide, and then one bolt for the pulley segment. I'll torque all of this down later once I get the carburetors torqued down, just to be sure nothing binds. And there is a retainer for this shaft. Fits in the groove there and bolts to the rack. Keeps that shaft from moving side to side. Okay, I'm going to get the enrichment shaft and lever in place. Or choke shaft goes through the rack. It's got these little fingers that engage with the choke plungers. And again, this one for each carburetor. Could be a little tedious. I guess that's why a lot of people don't want to mess with these. And there's a screw on the end that holds this in place to the rack. I'm going to go ahead and torque down the carburetor bodies. And I'm going to tighten down the choke levers. There's a groove in this shaft, and these screws are pointed so it lines it up. That way you just got to get them centered on the plunger. and torque down the slide lift arms and the pulley segment. Okay, we'll put the plug back in the end of this carburetor top. Now the slides go up and down. See the movement inside. And then the choke plungers rise up. I'm still going to attach the return spring for the throttle. That can be a little tedious and dangerous. And the tops for the carburetors, I will wait and put those on, because once I get it on the bike, I'll connect the gauges up and set the synchronization between all 4 carburetors with those adjustments, and then I can put the caps on. Okay, I got the spring in place. All eyes are intact. Now we're going to do a bench sync on these carbs just to get them pretty close. Got a little gauge here. I'm just going to slide it between the slide and the bottom of the throat of the carburetor. It's pretty loose. It's pretty snug. A little snug. That's pretty loose. Okay. Make your adjustments. You got to loosen this lock nut. Then you got a screw that you can turn to adjust. Set this up here. Turn that one off a little bit. There we go. Using this just like a feeler gauge. Get them as close to the same as you can. Save time later with the vacuum gauges. Feels pretty good. It's very similar to a valve adjustment, so you want to just hold that still with the screwdriver. And tighten it up. Better this way. As I said, I'll do the final balancing once it's on the bike and running. And one more adjustment that this one has, it actually has a wide open throttle stop. So if we go wide open throttle, see the slide disappears out of the throat what it has to do is get to the top of the thread there. I'm going to adjust this down. It doesn't need to travel any further than that. Okay. It's about time to mount these back on the engine. Get it running.